Hi, hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Ibironke saying hi and hello to each and every one of us. Good afternoon. How are we all doing? I made a promise yesterday that I was going to do this video about men's health today, um, based on the feedback I've been getting since the last video I made. I've had quite a number of phone calls and contacts from a number of our men in the community, and there's a pattern that emerged from that. And I like to share this recipe and give this feedback back on how we can go forward on their concern and how we can improve on our health generally. Thank you so much for joining. Kindly help share this video. This is a useful recipe for all of us as well, especially actually for our men, especially because I want to address that concern that I've been getting. Thank you so much. You know what I'd like to do this evening, well, this afternoon really, is to address the issue of blood pressure within the black men, in the African men, black men generally. I've had this feedback from quite a number of our men this last few 48 hours, that part of the reason why they do not adhere to their medications, especially their blood pressure medications, is issues around libido. That yes, it's not as if they don't like to go to their GP, but the medications they give them generally tends to affect them. So as a result, most of them are not compliant with taking the medication. If you must know, of course, we all know the issue around COVID and what has happened and how the report has actually confirmed that African men between the age of 40 and 60 were the most badly affected more in the UK from the Public Health England report. That was quite upsetting for me, and you saw the video I made about that. So if our men are not complying with their medication because of concern around side effects, then what can we do about it? And this is why I've come online this afternoon to share this quick recipe that is going to be useful for women as well as men, but especially so men, to address the issue of libido specifically, to address the issue of that blood pressure management in them, and the issue around their weight loss, especially around the tummy. What I want to share is not huge. I've done something similar to this video before, but that was a long one, so I'm trying to compress it this time around. So what we will need, few ingredients that are very, very useful in men. Kindly share this video if you have brothers, husbands, and your sons. Really, it will be useful for them. I mean, of marriageable age, of course, as they grow older, and women as well. You can use that to support your husband and support marriages. We know a lot of marriage breakdown because of lack of communication. Some of these concerns are, when there is breakdown in marital bliss, of course there will be problem. And if a man is not taking his medication because he's concerned that he may not be able to satisfy his wife sexually, even the problem becomes better. And we know as Africans, we hardly talk. We are not so good with our communication with each other. Hence all this breakdown. Another problem and concern for me really is, if we are losing our men so young, what happened to all the children we are giving birth to? What happened to all our boys coming? Look at the issue around, gun violence, knife violence and all that in London especially. It always involves a lot of black boys. We know that. Why? They lack role model. So let's do something to keep these men alive. I mean, I'm very concerned about men's health currently. We can't pretend anymore. If our men are not going to their GP, for those that are going to the GP, giving medication and not taking them because of side effects, we know a lot of African men have got issue with hypertension. So what are the things you can do? Seriously, our food has a lot of benefits. I just don't know why we are not engaging with what nature has given to us. God is so good. He gave us a lot of answer to our problems. So what I'm going to share with you this afternoon is very simple. If you're a man and you're a blood pressure medication, apart from you trying to lose weight and keeping this tummy fat down, this is a recipe you can be doing every night before you go to bed. And if you want to be aggressive with it, do it twice, drink it twice a day. Not only will it make sexual performance a lot better, you will have increased energy, and you actually have less dependence on this blood pressure medication. What do you need? I made video about beetroot. Beetroot is one powerful fruit that got a lot of antioxidants in it that help us to, maintain our blood pressure naturally. If you eat beetroot regularly, your blood pressure will seldom go high. Research has proven this. If you go on, just Google the effect of beetroot on blood pressure, you will see amount of result that will flash back at you. It's one thing that is so cheap. This now is about 59p. You can use that for 3 or 4 days. That you can have, and actually helps you to maintain your blood pressure naturally. If you're in a high stressful kind of job that you know that I don't sleep well, get beetroot. It's cheap. Another one, tiger nuts. Huge fan of tiger nuts. Most guys from Nigeria, you should know about tiger nuts. If you don't know, maybe we are negligent. Look at all the malams from the north. Tiger nut is so huge in their community, the one they call Ofio. Why? It's a natural aphrodisiac. Apart from the fact that tiger nut equally helps in increasing blood flow, and anything that increases blood flow, actually will increase blood flow to the organs. So the Viagra, Cialis, and all those medications, the Alomo and all those that men take, the only thing they do is they increase blood flow to their organ. So it makes it to be more turgid so that they can have increased sexual performance. That is the exact effect you get from tiger nut. That is the exact effect you get from tiger nut. It's a natural aphrodisiac. So when you combine tiger nut with beetroot, you are onto a winner. I am a Muslim. I believe so much in natural medicine. There are some things that have been mentioned in the hadith of the Prophet as well that is useful for men. If you have beetroot, tiger nut, and you add a little bit of date to that with some ginger, trust me, such a man won't have problem keeping women down. I'm giving you a secret. Hey, I didn't say you should go and use it on your girlfriends, though. For your wives only. Yeah? Wives only. I have various types of ginger at home. This is crushed ginger that they've actually opened. Is frozen. This you can actually use your spoon to scoop into this mix if you don't want to use the whole ginger. I've got that. You can use either or. And so now we've got our ginger, we've got beetroot, we've got tiger nut. And the last thing, if you want to really, really increase that performance, right here. What is that? Watermelon. Oh my God. See, if you blend all of this together, drink it, this will give you the same kind of effect you will get from using your Viagra. And this will not give you the side effects you will get from using Viagra. So men, make efforts. For those of you with pot belly, these are one of the things that give you erectile dysfunction. A man that has huge belly will have the private organ shrinking naturally. It will do. So one of the things you can actually do as a man to increase your enjoyment, to increase your fun and increase your sexual performance is actually make effort to lose that tummy fat. See, all the idea back home that you need to have tummy fat for them to know that you are respectable, it's all lies. Visceral fat, that is the fat around the tummy, actually makes us to be very prone to a lot of illnesses. Top on that list is type 2 diabetes mellitus. Second one is high blood pressure. The third one, increase of stroke because of visceral fat. Because those fats you have in your tummy, they put extra pressure on your organs. Most men that have visceral fat, like fat around the tummy, when they do their prostate-specific antigen, most will usually come back as positive. Visceral fat is actually very, very terrible, even more deadly in men than it is in women. So the idea of men having pregnancy that we don't know the due date is not going to help you. So one of the first things you can actually do as a man to reduce your risk or actually manage erectile dysfunction is to find a way to reduce your tummy. Now, I talk about my Juice Plus. Boosters help you to do that. Helps you to reduce the calorie you get from your tummy, the calorie content of your food. So progressively actually help you to reduce your tummy fat. Equally useful in women as well. I take them a lot. Whenever I know that I need to be on controlled diet, when I'm going on night duty, I take them to help me to stop binging, so I won't have to overeat. And it's very easy to use. Probably the cheapest product we have on our range. Basically, they come in sachet like that. You open them up, drink it with water. 30 minutes to an hour later, you can have your food. What it does is it gives you extra fiber, line the stomach, and makes your stomach, create like bulk in your tummy, so you don't have to you can't overeat. When you're full up already, you can't eat too much. So booster does that for you. So it makes it a lot easier to lose tummy fat. It's really good for that. If you want some, you can contact me after the show. And before I continue with this, I'd like to put a disclaimer. I've been getting a lot of messages from people who are buying the products from someone else and coming to me for support. I'm not going to do that. I'm not running a charity with my Juice Plus business. Let me get that straight out. If you've not bought products from me, do not expect me to put you in my support group. I'm not going to do that. I'm doing this community service, giving out free information as I research them. It doesn't mean that if you buy my product from someone else, that I will support you. It's not my issue. If you want to get a product from me, my number is very simple, 078 77254 or go to my website at www.romecare.juiceplus.com. You can order from there. If you order from me, you can be in my weight loss support group. Otherwise, please, I'm kind of getting tired of people coming to me that they bought Juice Plus. I do not sell Juice Plus to everyone in the UK. Juice Plus is a franchise that I bought into like every other person. Yeah, that being said, so let's quickly make this. And how do you measure this? It's very simple. The one I'm going to do today, I only need one beetroot. Beetroot comes in two varieties. You can either buy the cooked one or the uncooked. This is the cooked one. So the cooked one, I'm going to use just one now. And it's versatile. You can use this in your salad. You can eat it raw actually. So that's why you are able to blend it. So basically all you do is cut your beetroot into your blender. This is what it looks like. Look at that color. Because of that purple color, it's actually so good for the heart. Beetroot is one stuff you need to protect your heart. It's really great for heart health. Beetroot here. Basically, cut it into your blender like I'm doing now. I eat them raw. I love them. And they are sweet actually. Even good for reproductive health, beetroot. Yeah? You eat that. As for ginger, as for your tiger nut, it's up to you. I usually use the palm of my hand as my measurement per beetroot. But you can add more, because the more fruits and vegetables you eat, the better for you. If you add more, you will have more fiber from it. Tiger nut has a lot of fiber in it, so you might notice that once you start taking fiber nuts, you're less constipated. It's really good for constipation, this as well. Apart from it being an aphrodisiac, apart from the fact that it's good for the heart, it's really good to form bulk in us. And it's really good for weight loss because it's high fiber stuff as well. So let me put a little bit more. Yeah. And as for my ginger, I will use the already open one. You can use you can use this one as well. Either one is fine. It's just that I'm using this at the moment. All I'm going to do is put 1 tablespoon of ginger. Ginger, natural spice that is really good for pregnancy, hyperemesis, and for ladies that vomit a lot in pregnancy. Ginger is great for them. When they wake up in the morning, start the day with ginger, it's fantastic. It helps to suppress that vomiting feeling. It's spicy, that tangy, spicy taste you get, really good. Apart from that, ginger, someone who eats ginger a lot would not have problem with blood flow. For ladies, especially nurses, we that work a lot, hairdressers that do a lot of standing, when you actually eat ginger, it helps your blood flow, it helps us to open our arteries, so reduce our risk of deep vein thrombosis. Yeah, you can Google that. And the next thing I will add is my watermelon to this mix. Yeah, watermelon around this time is not as expensive to buy because it's coming in season. You have a lot of watermelon, especially in the UK when it's time for summer. If you notice that I'm not taking out the seed, you can actually eat watermelon seed. And if you have a blender that is very good, I'm using the NutriBullet, so it blends very easily, so I can blend it with it. The only thing with watermelon seed is don't eat too much of it, because if it's too much, so watermelon seed can be eaten. If you can blend it properly, it's okay. So I have my watermelon. See, this recipe I'm making now, it's actually a sweet recipe. So assuming this man is trying to prepare for the heart within the next 30 minutes to an hour, add a little bit of dates. It's instant action. you get with that. But now I'm not going to add dates because I'm going to drink this myself and probably give my husband a little bit. Two ways you can do it. You can either use your almond milk to make this mix, or just use the plain good water. I'm a huge fan of plant-based milk because as we get older, our body naturally struggles to process animal fats. That's the way God has created us. As you get older, your metabolism slows down. But if it is of plant origin, it's way easier to digest. So as a result, I love my plant-based products. So I use almond milk, very low in calories, probably the lowest milk of plant origin with the lowest calorie in it. So I use that. Or you can use good old water. It's fine. Yeah? Your good old water is brilliant. And all you simply do is put that and blend away. Once you blend it, drink it. If a man were to be drinking this every night before bed, it relaxes. Not only does it relax, it helps their performance as men. Because if the issue why our men are not compliant with taking their prescribed medication is issues around libido, then we need to address it. You know what will make this work more effectively? For those that are trying to lose weight and you want to join our plan, our weight maintenance, our weight loss plan, assuming you have this as a man now and you're on the replacement plan after your 2 weeks of detox, we have a comprehensive detox on our Juice Plus plan in the support group. Once you detox and you had a scoop or 3/4 of a scoop of this Juice Plus plan shake into this can replace either your supper or your lunch or even your breakfast. Imagine having this for breakfast and supper every night and you're only eating once a day. What kind of weight do you think you have that you wouldn't lose? This is what I promote in my weight loss group. It's about you replacing 2 meals a day with a plant shake. Now, having this shake now equally gives you opportunity to add more fruit and vegetables to your food. Because each scoop of this shake gives you 17 varieties of fruit and veg. As African, in fact as human beings, we all need to eat more and more and more of fruit and vegetable. Especially this time of COVID-19 and all this pandemic. Winter will be coming soon. Who knows what they're going to throw into the air again. We need to be prepared collectively as a community so that what happened to us with this pandemic will not repeat itself. So I'm going to continue this campaign around food. So if you want, you can get this supply. Be on our weight loss plan. Add the shake to it, or you can blend it naturally like that. I will encourage you to use the shake anyway because it gives you better effect. And that is simply all you do. I'm going to blend it now and you will see what it tastes like. In our shakes we have 2 of them, the chocolate flavor and the vanilla flavor. See, no milk in this actually. This is just plants and soy. So we don't do, it's not milkshake, it's plant shake. Again, you put a bit of that. I'm going to be using water. I prefer to make my smoothie with water. The golden rule with making smoothie is each portion should be around 250 ml. But I'm so used to making it down now that I don't measure anymore. I just pour. Whether it is light or thick, it doesn't matter. Everything about this is healthy. You can drink it as you want and you can share this as well with your children. I give this to my husband, afternoon snack. Instead of eating 3 heavy meals a day, we don't. In my house, typically, even though we are not on weight loss plan, we only eat twice a day. Breakfast and supper in the afternoon is usually afternoon snack, including the children. They are all used to it now. It's the way we are now as a people. We are used to it. And if you have if we have late breakfast, for instance, then there's no lunch. It's supper again. There is only so much amount of food you need. Obesity is an ongoing issue in our community. And I'm going to blend now. You will see what it's like. Sorry, in case you hear some noise, it's because I want to blend. Now, how thick you want it is entirely up to you. If you feel it's too thick, you can add more water to it. It's variable. And look at that color. Okay, I should blend a little bit more because there's still some shaft in that. pictures and you see what this look like. Tell me how drinking this every day or twice a day will not improve your health. Look at that. This can be used as dessert even for your visitors when they come around to visit you, instead of the ice cream and all the sweet stuff. This is equally sweet, by the way, except that this is you giving gift of health to anyone that comes your way. And if our men were to be drinking this every day, you know, the concern around that those blood pressure medication makes it difficult for me to perform as a man, so they stop taking it. They won't even tell you as the wife. Most of the time when I see them in the hospital is when they stroke. The number of African men that come to A&E with stroke, they usually come at a young age because they would have stopped taking their medication. Some are not even aware that they are hypertensive. Let's get it right. Those of us in diaspora, we work really hard. We know we do. So by the virtue of that, we are more prone to a lot of issues. The only way forward for us now as a people is to, to make it a job, our duty, to start to improve our health through good nutrition. I don't go to the gym, but guess what? I have my treadmill in my house. When I feel like I use it, if I don't want to, I take a walk. We need to change our lifestyle going forward. I really would not want to see a situation where another pandemic will come or something else and will be used as statistic. When I read that Public Health England report, I felt really, really sad because it was as if we are being blamed for the high number of deaths we have in our community. They put in there that 21% of the death certificates had that type 2 diabetes written on it. That our men are mostly the one in low-paid job, nursing assistants, security guards, bus drivers and stuff. Well, we know this is true. Now, if that is the kind of job we're doing, why would we not spend a little bit of that money to protect ourselves so that we won't be needing the A&E bed, so we won't be needing the ITU bed, that there will be no need for them to prioritize us for someone else. Let's face it, my people. Let's face the truth. If you, the way we are, what you look like, were to go to the hospital, and someone else, you know what I'm talking about, were to be needing a ventilator bed, who do you think will get it? The Prime Minister got a ventilator bed. Do you know that he probably didn't require it, but he needed extra monitoring? Would you get that extra monitoring? So people that have been telling me that, I'm not talking about racism issue within the NHS, it's not my business to focus on that. We all can pick one areas. But my business is to let us control the variables we can control, which is the variable of us eating well, which is the variable of us going on, having regular exercise. I'm not saying join the gym, but you can walk. Walk is cheap. This is the variable of you drinking more water. This is the variable of us preventing type 2 diabetes in our community. It's the variable of us preventing our risk of high blood pressure, such that whatever come our way, we won't be too sick for us to be needing any specialist care that we may not get as a people. We've lost a lot of our brothers and sisters. Some, I would say, due to negligence. Some, I'll probably say, maybe they didn't get the best of care. But how are we going to prove that? And we've lost some to the fact that we are greedy. We work too hard. And people will tell you they want to support people back home. I understand that. But once you die, those back home will still continue to live. It's about getting the act of, our act right now. I'm calling that report a wake-up call for the black community. It's a wake-up call to begin to do things differently. Maybe the reason that marriages are suffering is we are all too fixated on everybody wants to buy Jeep, everybody wants to buy the latest car. We take care of our cars, we don't take care of our health. We want to build mansion, the husband wants to build our own separately, the wife wants to build her own separately. Maybe because we are not working together as a couple, then we are struggling with our finances. Who knows? Maybe because we have too much responsibilities. We need to prioritize what our immediate responsibilities actually should be. I feel number one is your health. Once you get your health right, every other thing can follow it. If your health is failing, even that money we can't make it, and if we make it, we can't spend it. I know people that have lost fathers, they've lost husbands. These are children that will grow up without positive role model in their lives. We have a lot of our marriages that are struggling. Our women are divorced. A lot of nurses' friends are divorced. I know. I'm my second marriage, so it's not big deal. Maybe it's time we prioritize what is actually important to us as a people, so we won't continue to be in all these dark statistics. Knife crime deaths, black boys. Type 2 diabetes, black men, black women. High blood pressure, black men, black women. stroke black men, black women. What is it? These are preventable causes. Anyway, I don't want to go too on about this. I hope this is useful so for someone. Seriously, our plan works. I promote the use of fruit and vegetable supplements a lot. If you can't be there to eat your fruit and veg every day, you can come to get these amazing capsules. They give you the benefit of having 30 varieties of fruits and vegetables on daily basis. The more of that you take, the more your liver cleanses, the more your kidney cleanses, the better improve your health will be. No matter how much it is, your health is worth much more than that. Especially for us that work in the health sector. Sometimes I do night duty. This puts extra pressure on us. Look at the number of nurses that are obese. Look at the number of doctors that are obese. So it doesn't mean because we have the knowledge. If we have the knowledge, we are not applying it properly. We need the extra help. And no matter the amount of fruit and vegetable you want to eat every day, you cannot have 10 varieties of fruit and vegetable on a daily basis, which is what they want us to eat. In fact, in the Mediterranean area, in Japan and all those places, where they have better health than any other part of the world, they compulsory eat 17 varieties of fruit and veg. And they know that if they can't keep up with it, they supplement it, which is what Juice Plus has done. These products are nothing but fruit, vegetables, and berries in capsules. They've taken out the sugar, they took out the water, dried them. So all you are getting is phytonutrients and the nutrient from it's like you're eating the raw fruits except that they're in capsules. And if you can't take them as capsules, you can actually open them up and pour them in water to drink it. Like I've made a shake now. Unfortunately, I've taken my capsule today. I would have opened it and actually stir it in this and drink. So in that way, your children can have it as well. That same capsule. Or you can have them in the chewable form for those that cannot swallow. The chewable one looks like the Haribos, you know, like gummy bear. So kids can have it. It's safe in pregnancy because it's licensed as food. Maybe it's time, you know, I get really passionate talking about this because I've seen too many unnecessary deaths and it really bothers me. I feel angry that we've lost a lot of our people partly due to negligence, partly because we were not asking the right question, partly because we were, you know, I don't want it to feel like I'm blaming my people, but we know our truths. And that truth is what we should deal with now going forward so that we are not caught out like this. Look at the statistics today. Just yesterday, the scientists are saying COVID is still on the rise. The government is saying it's coming down. Who are we to trust? UK has crossed the 40,000 margin. This is 40,000 families without husband, without father. In fact, we know of a family where both the husband and wife actually died. Both are nurses. And they left 3 children. How sad and frustrating is that? And they are black people too. How sad and frustrating is that? And I doubt if the children will get the right support going forward. And for those of us that are Nigerians that are more fixated about building on our mansions back home, look at, we are in lockdown now. How many of those mansions can we go back to now? These children we think we are building a mansion for, some may not even go to Nigeria with us. We are saying it already. And if they go to Nigeria, you know the way our people are. May we not work hard in vain. That you're working hard for those that have not realized how hard the amount of effort you've had to put in. Living in diaspora is not a joke. Mentally, it's hard. Emotionally, it's hard. We do dirty work. Most of us are overqualified for the jobs we do. We deal with racism at work. It's there, subtle racism. You do promotion, you won't be promoted. You go for interviews, they won't give you. Then what gain have we got if we don't protect ourselves? That we will now get unwell, we will even get to the hospital, the care won't still be there. It's about self-care now going forward. Prevention of illnesses. If you're not sick, you won't need the ITU bed. That is what I'm saying. If you're not sick, you won't need their bed. So get good supplement that will help. Juice Plus is guaranteed to give you that needed nutrients you need on a daily basis going forward. And for men that will refuse to take their medication because of libido issue, please get this recipe, be using it. And wives, get it for the men so they will not lie to us that they are taking their medications when they are not. So they won't be dropping them like chicken and statistics, they will just count them as numbers. It's unfortunate that we had the worst, you know, our men actually suffered more in this pandemic. It's emerged. especially within our productive years, between age 40 and 60. How annoying is that? So let's begin to work together as a community now. I'm happy. If you want to purchase my product, please inbox me or call me or send me a message on 078 77254 or go to www.ronke.juiceplus.com to make your purchase. And please, if you have not spoken to me, I'm not sending anyone to you, because I've seen a lot of people claiming they are coming from me and hassling people. Please, if you have not spoken to me, you have not bought from me. If you have not bought from my website, you haven't bought from me. As a result, you can't be in my support group. I will continue to say that. I'm having too many cases of people coming to ask me questions about products when I'm not running a charity with my business. It is a business, but I'm giving free information. That is my charity work. I'm reading our reports and enlightening our people. That is my charity work. My Juice Plus work is not charity. If anyone is interested in being part of my team, it's only £50 to join the franchise to promote this amazing business. You get to get your own supply at a discounted rate, and you can introduce it to more people and make some extra income. Let's face it, the world has changed. It's never going to be the same. Lots of people have lost their job. The only thing that is constant now is eating well and taking good supplements. This is what this company has done. Currently, we are bridging that gap between what people should eat and what they're actually eating to maintain their health going forward. And if you want to be a part of that, contact me. We work together as a cohesive team. We can make extra income while keeping healthy. That is what I am doing. I encourage people to eat healthy. I get paid for it, so I don't have to overwork. I don't have to do 5 shifts a week. I don't want to. That's why I went into the franchise. And you can do the same. You know, I love you all. For any man that will eventually watch this video, what you do need is to get your beetroot, get your tiger nut, some watermelon and ginger. That is natural solution. They are natural aphrodisiac for libido issues, so you won't have to stop taking your blood pressure medication. And once you're actually losing weight and getting fitter and healthier, you can then reduce your blood pressure medication in guidance with your GP, or you can even get to the point where you won't need it at all. So we don't want our men dropping dead because of stroke because they are not compliant with medicine. It seems most are not compliant because of this issue with libido. It can be fixed. It's not all the time going on medications that are filled with poisons, literally. Every prescribed medication, including paracetamol, some call them poisons because they all have side effects. The only thing you can safely eat that will give you no side effect is your food. And nature has been very kind to us by giving us that in abundance. And that is my message this afternoon. Please share this to the men in your life. Share this with the women so we can all improve our lives together. Share this with everyone so we can improve our marriages. It will benefit all of us as a community. At least let our children grow up with a different mindset than the one we are currently, using. I love you all. You want to taste that? That is usually very, very tasty. Let me drink it on your behalf. Always, the taste is amazing. Really, really good. And it's filling. This is my lunch. There's no way I can eat this now and still eat. It fills you up. I'm filled with fruit and veg, like that. And that's how you eat. That's really what you need. That's the balance of good life. I drink this now. I know this is low in calorie, so I can get on with whatever I have to do. It's really that simple, Have a fantastic day, everybody. You want your order? Please contact me on 078 77254 or go to my website at www.ronke.juiceplus.com. Kindly help share this video to increase the awareness. Let's continue the engagement. This is what we need as a people now going forward. I love you all. Have a fantastic day, everyone, and bye for now.